Hi guys, it's Ryan here from the Private Banking Forum. Just doing a quick bit of analysis, and I thought I'd just do a video on how you could have tackled today on crude oil. I've not really been trading the last couple of days. I've had some 24-hour virus and just been not feeling very good, so just doing some analysis now ready for tomorrow and just checking out what's going on. And I'm just going to show you how we could approach today. So from a daily perspective, we've broke out and we're in this bullish breakout mode, and we hit key resistance overhead from the monthly and the weekly charts. I'll just quickly bring it over. This is a weekly chart, and hold on. So this is our weekly, and we hit key overhead resistance on the bigger time frame, and we've seen the market respond to this level, and we sold off on a retracement, and we auctioned lower to find new buyers, and we've found new buyers down in this area. We came down and we closed the gap that was here, that we were finding support at here, and we come down and we closed the gap, and we've started to test lower prices in the last balance area that we were in. The last balancing area was around here, so it's come back into this previous balance area, and we have found buyers currently. We've had a very bullish day yesterday, and a gap up overnight, and another bullish day today. So I'm just going to show you how you could approach today's open from a logical perspective. So just a couple of things also I'm going to go through is the composite charts that I've been tracking. So these are the current composites that I've been basically putting together just to track the market, and I'll tell you the reason for this, why I've drawn it out like this. So from the main daily TPO charts, we have the gap up from this area, which is this lower composite, and then the market came up and we found balance, which I showed you on the daily time frame, and then we gapped up again here, and the market came up and tested the overhead resistance from the higher time frame charts, and we sold off from this area. Sellers responded, and we won time frame down for 6 periods, I believe. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, yeah, 5, 6 periods we time frame down, and we had like a balancing period here, and finally the gap down sell off, and then so this is why I've used this composite here, the main composite from the sell off, and now I've been tracking a new composite. So this is just an explanation why I've drawn it out like this. So this is the 6 days of one time framing down, and then this is the test into the previous composite. So what we can see here is the market found sort of sellers overhead, and we come back down into test the previous balancing area, and we finally came down and found buyers into the composite area below, and we can clearly see that the market came down and tested the point of control of distribution, and then we found buyers and auctioned out, and you can clearly see the main distribution below it, and then the distribution inside of the lower value area tagging the point of control. And so we had obviously buyers respond from over till 2 days. I think we see obviously buyers sort of absorbing the sellers here, and then we've had a clear sort of breakout bullish rally here up to the top of the value area, and finally obviously last night we gapped up, and now we're going to talk about how we can approach today's or this morning's open. So what we can see here is a clear excess level from what the market put in previously, and then you can see a clear distribution from the double distribution trend of this day. So this is a key reference point at the top of this area. So what we could have done is mark this area up on our charts, and then place an order, resting limit order, in front of this area. And I think Ben calls this a no-go trade, or a go-no trade or something. And I understand the principles of it is you just find the reference point, and you put your order in, and the market either comes down, fills you and takes off, or you're wrong and you get stopped out. It normally happens pretty quick. So as you can see today, we came down, tagged this reference point, and literally the market auctioned off straight away. So this is an open test drive. So this is how you could approach today. Obviously you do your homework in the morning, you understand what the market's trying to do, and you have a plan in advance. Also, you could have looked at the overnight TPOs, and you can see a sort of clear overnight trend, and we actually opened on this period here, obviously this A period. So you can see this, we came down and tested obviously the low of the first 8:30 bar on the overnight session, and we went off from there. So let's look at this in a more detailed view now. So we found our trade location, we have the understanding of what the market is trying to do, and we formulate a plan of attack. So we found a key reference area that we want to look at, and this is how we could have looked at it in more detail. So I'll make this a bit bigger for the minute. Actually no, I won't. So you can obviously see that we've got our reference point marked up, which I explained why we had that reference point marked up. And the point is that we want to see the market come down, test this area, and find buyers. And if we don't want to see the market push further into this composite balance area here. So your stop would have been just your maximum stop. I mean, you could have tried to put your stop inside of the value area from this day, but I mean, it's going to be quite a big stop. I mean, if you got filled at 72, which would have been a good fill, I mean, you probably would have got filled here at 75. So even if you had a 20 tick stop, it would have been 45. So it would have been quite large to put it inside of this area. But obviously, I'm going to explain further on this now. So we have the reference point that we want to be trading for this open. So we have our order placed, and what we're going to do now is zoom in and look at what we were looking at on the ETH Vwap. So you can see that the market was clearly out of balance and out of value, and rotating up. So in this situation, we have found our trade reference, and what we want to see is obviously this market come back in, or if it had to come back into value to fill our area that we were looking for, and you would have wanted a quick rejection out of value, and obviously the market rejecting value and auctioning higher, which we see. And obviously if the market came down and filled you, and we stayed inside of value, then the next place it's going to go to is the mean, which is going to be Vwap. So I mean, if we had our position long from 106.75, I mean, if we had a 20 tick stop, which is what I normally use, a 15-20 tick stop, then you would have been below, you would have been around the Vwap area to use as confluence. So it's just obviously more confluence in the trade and where to place your stop in this situation. So obviously at this point the market opened up, and at the value area high, and we see sellers quickly respond back down to our reference point, and where buyers responded and pushed the market back out of value here. So this is where you would have got your scale outs, and then you could have started to look for ads as the market rotated higher and the rejected value. So this is just what we would have been looking at into this open. So let's have a look at it on the footprint chart now, just to see if we could see any more confirmation. So I'm going to go to the place where we would have been looking. So at 9 o'clock, so the market opened up here. Obviously we see the market come down, and there was a bit of absorption, but I mean, I think it looks like this happened very quickly with the way that I can see the prints I mean, you can see that they aggressively hit the bid out of value here, because there was nothing on the sell side. This market just was very outbalanced, and we see aggressive buyers obviously pushing this market out of value. So I mean, to get your order filled here, you'd have been quite lucky. I mean, and not a great deal of volume got filled here, it looks like. But if you'd had your order here in real time, like I said, where what we would have planned to do in the morning, then the market would have obviously filled you, depending on how big your order was. Obviously, if you've got like 1,000 lot, you'd have had trouble getting filled. But if you've got like a 3 lot, then you're definitely going to get filled down here if the market trades through. So I mean, not the best confirmation, but I can see that it's happened very fast. So you can just see that the market pushed down and just exited. The buyers responded very aggressively and fast here, and just continue to auction this market higher and out of balance. So yeah, it's just how we could have approached today. Obviously, gap up, which you should always try and go with the gap up, no matter how. It's very hard, obviously, psychologically, but when you get a gap up, you try to go with the gap up and try and find a good reference point to work with. I mean, once you found a good reference point and you're not wrong, I mean, if the market does find buyers and auction higher, and then it's met by sellers, then I mean, by that time you've covered risk, and then you can use the market generated information to change your plan of attack. Anyway, yeah, just thought this would be a cool video to do, and it's good for me to talk through it and explain it. So let's just quickly run through one more thing. Once you got filled, obviously, I know I'm going to get asked this question, is how are we going to manage your stop. So what you could have done two things. You could have either, depending on how you managed your trade, is obviously just trailed your stop below Vwap. Obviously you got your core position. Your core position would have been down here. Depending on how you added, your core position would get affected. But you could have just, obviously, like I said, it's just trailed your stop below RTH or ETH Vwap. You could even just trailed it below the developing that very area low, and probably would have lined up with ETH Vwap as well. So that's how we do it. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video, and any questions, ask me on the forum. Cheers, bye.